I just want what Newton wants to reinforce stability and harmony in the civic world. Wouldn't that be nice? Hit the button, baby. I need your love. So buy my new book now. How to Survive the Space Duck Fiasco in 8 easy steps that will help you lose weight, gain a better memory, and be liked and respected by other people around you for only $49 the first time. The second time, we'll negotiate. But it's so good, I'm gonna give it to you for free. And when I say free, I mean $49.95. And I don't take Canadian money. Have you seen those dollars, man? They're creepy. And they don't say in God we trust. I don't trust money that doesn't believe in God.
Newsflash. The Milky Way galaxy just got a little weirder.
Active volcanoes.
Stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents. It's like you go to your mom and you're like, hey mom, I need to borrow $1.2 trillion. That's a bad sign, right? That's a bad sign. This video is about the end of civilization as we know it. These failures of political leadership endanger every person on Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 3 Minute to Midnight. The future's on the line. That's correct. Great news if you're a trash bag filled with shit, cockroaches, angry nihilists, or Team Grey Goo. Scientists have now moved us 2 minutes forward on the doomsday clock. And that, ladies and gentlemen, sums up 2 years at Thor News. Scientists have moved us 2 minutes closer to the doomsday clock. Alright, but the good news for normal people who don't give a crap about this stuff, the Starbucks flat white is here. It is simplicity. Because simplicity is its own artistry. What? I don't know what that means. Okay. Everybody's covering the story, but I thought USA Today would be most appropriate. Doomsday approaching? Question mark. Clock ticking closer to midnight. By Doyle? Rice? Is that doily? But doily rice, man. If mom must have been mad at your dad when she named you, buddy, citing unchecked climate change as the number one freaking factor. Okay. And the ongoing threat of nuclear weapons. Scientists Thursday moved the hands of the doomsday clock 2 minutes closer to midnight. 2 minutes to midnight. Okay. Now, the funny thing about that is, if I was giving that speech, I would say, due to technology weapons, nuclear weapons were what we used in 1940s, in the 1944, 1943, Hiroshima, 1941. Now, that's like that's over 70 years ago, man. I guarantee you all the technology that they keep under wraps in the name of national security is far greater. They probably don't even use nuclear fusion anymore. That would be neutron bombs or who knows, man. You know, if you really want to know, go read that NASA war document, man. That thing is legit. I mean that in a legit hoaxy way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, asterisk. It's now 3 minutes to midnight. Yes, we all agree the world has gotten suckier. And that one guy who's like, nah, it's always been like this, it's always been crappy. That guy's trolling, cause it's never been this bad. They didn't have the internet before, they didn't have smartphones before, you didn't have the United States involved in 9 countries at once. Military action. You didn't have a national debt that was 8. You didn't have a national debt that was $18 trillion. You didn't have 0% interest rates for year number 7. You didn't have a record number of volcanoes. You didn't have a record number of fireballs. You didn't have science mad at you for causing climate change and denying that the Big Bang is real. And it's not that I deny the Big Bang is real, I just don't think it's any of your business what I believe or don't believe happened when the universe started. I'm not sure how it's even relevant, you know? And I'm just like, alright, now we gotta fix climate change. You have to agree it's just this one thing, and you have to agree that God doesn't exist. Like, what? Man, science? When did you start acting like religion? It's now 3 minutes to midnight, said Kenneth Benedict, the executive director and publisher of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists at a news conference in Washington, D.C. The probability of global catastrophe is very high. I couldn't agree more. This is about the end of civilization as we know it. We are now 2 minutes closer to the doomsday midnight. And I heard a rumor that once that clock hits midnight, whether or not there has been a giant catastrophe, if we get to midnight, the New World Order gets to just cause one, no matter what. So, we need to do what we can to avoid it. The bad New World Order, I must say. It's not like everyone wants a New World Disorder. 3 minutes is the closest to midnight the clock has ever been since 1984 during the Cold War. Closest it has ever been to midnight, 2 minutes, was in 1953 when the hydrogen bomb was first tested. The closer to a setting of midnight it gets, the closer it is estimated that a global disaster will occur. And if you believe in creating, visualizing your own destiny, then that's bad to even have that fucking clock. In 2015, unchecked climate change, global nuclear weapons modernizations, and outsized nuclear weapon arsenals pose extraordinary and undeniable threats to the continued existence of humanity. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists said in a statement, world leaders have failed to act with the speed or on the scale required to protect citizens from potential catastrophe. These failures of political leadership endanger every person on Earth. And what's even more dangerous is the fact that so many people believe that politicians will fix the messes politicians have created. Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. It is 3 minutes to midnight. Yeah, here you go, fear-mongering, dude. I don't know how you can unfear-monger this thing. The clock is symbolic and has been maintained by the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists since 1947. The group was founded in 1945 by the University of Chicago scientists who would help develop the first nuclear weapons in the Manhattan Project. Scientists created the clock in 1947 using the imagery of apocalypse being midnight and the contemporary idiom of nuclear explosion, countdown to zero, to convey threats to humanity and the Earth. For Thursday, the doomsday clock was most recently moved ahead from 6 to 5 minutes to midnight in 2012. Also, in a response to nuclear proliferation, climate change, saber rattling, economics, earthquakes, volcanoes, asteroids, diseases, technology, divide and conquer, evil spirits, man versus man, man versus nature, man versus technology, man versus himself. Human influence on the climate system is clear. Okay, we know you've hammered that home 100 times. There's so many things that can kill us. Right now, I would say it's World War III. After that, I would say currency collapse, knowing that today the ECB voted to pump $1.2 trillion straight into the system. That is a sign of, it's like you go to your mom and they're like, hey mom, I need to borrow $1.2 trillion. That's a bad sign, right? That's a bad sign. You don't even mention economics. You don't even mention Sarah Brennan. You don't even mention like every prophet along the way has said, yeah, World War III probably starts in Syria or some bullshit shit. And guess what? We're headed right towards there. I think John Keeter said March 2015, 2016 is when World War III happens. We're inching closer every day. We're literally in a full-fledged currency war with Russia. And with England on our side, and Europe on our side, the ECB 1.2 trillion is another attack on Russia. The ruble, which is getting crushed, and oil's getting crushed. Some say they're forcing them to go to war. I'm like, what the hell? What happened to the days when people talked about peace on earth? You know? 100-year truce. Still on the way. Get every country in the world to agree to a truce for 100 years. You start with a year. Start with a month. Everybody can try it out. I think people might like not killing and hating each other. You know, we could use all those resources for super city building, colonizing the moon, Mars, party buses that go between here and the moon. We can heal Mother Earth, plant a bunch of trees, repair our atmosphere. We get 3D print oil. You know, cool shit. Or we get gobbled up in the great goo by singularity. Try some bug microchip on Mars that came back to Earth and infected anybody anyways. So go ahead and put us at like 1 minute to midnight, 2 minutes to midnight. Anyway, back to climate change. Each of the last 3 decades has been successfully warmer than any preceding on record. You know what? Some guy mentioned, hey, it'll only cost $4.4 trillion to fix climate change, which was dumb. You know, like, that's so, it's my problem with it all. It's not that we aren't screwing up Earth, it's that A leads to B, and B just is a tax, and that doesn't fix anything. It's like taxing war, taxing cancer. Hey, you called the cancer, you caused the cancer, man. Michael Oppenheimer, a professor of both geosciences and international affairs at Princeton University, said, I suspect that humans will muddle through the climate situation, much as we have muddled through the nuclear weapons situation. Limiting the risk of cooperative international action and parallel domestic policies. We humans, man. Why you act like humans are making this decision? Clearly, we have some type of humanoid blood drinkers that have left over from the Spanish Inquisition. They're just eating souls and babies and shit and staying alive and leading up to some grandmaster plan that nobody wants. Wait, maybe not that's totally true, but you get the idea. And scold the people like, oh, we should go through. You know, whatever. Anyway, so just let y'all know, science officially let us know, doomsday on, bitches. We're now 3 minutes to midnight. Like I said, if we hit midnight, then the Illuminati's allowed to do whatever they want. Hey, look, the Euro and the USA Today is like, yay, the Euro has decided to spend a bunch of green money. Yay, 1.2 trillion. The Euro saved us all by printing 1.2 trillion euros. Yay! Starbucks is like, yay! We're almost like this, symbols together. Yay! Wow! If you flip that over, that is. And the stars, did you see that? Flip it over. It's almost like the same hands. Crazy, man. Alright, God bless everybody. You know me. I just want to be cool. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes to refresh your own. International. I just want what Newton wants, to reinforce stability and harmony in the civic world. Wouldn't that be nice? Hit the button, baby.